All right, you guys, welcome back to the Jet Tribe Eurofinals 2024 World Series Round 1. Hole shot and lead is going to go to boat number 26. That's Louis Behizen. Second place, 142. Kasadit Terapratip is your second place rider. And in third, Omat Salih. And again, all my love and appreciation going out to these television crews. They have been really having to deal with a ton of problems from the electrical systems, and also we are trying to coordinate up with timing. So bear with us, and thanks for being patient because this TV crew is off the chain awesome, and we are trying to keep them supported. So once again, Louis Behizen is leading, and Kasadit Terapratip is in second. Boat number 77, Omat Salih, rounds out your top three. All right, I'm joined up here today by Sophie Francis, who we got an opportunity to watch out in the combined class today, Pro Ski GP and Pro Women GP. Let's catch up with Sophie, and what is it like out on this track today, girl?
It's pretty good. It's a really big track, and splitters, there's a lot of buoys for the splitters. But it's a fast track, and it was pretty good. Being out there with the men, it roughed the water up a little bit, so it made it a little bit interesting.
Ah, very good. Man, it was so cool to see you. I came in second, yes, I believe, in the women's division with River Varner taking the win in Pro Women's Ski. Great job for you. How does it feel to match your skills against the gentlemen?
It's awesome. It starts a little bit right in a
Oh, that's good to hear. On a stock boat right now, but I heard a rumor got picked up by Kawasaki for 2024. Say more. Awesome. You heard it here from Sophie Francis. We'll catch up with her in just a minute, a little bit more. But right now, let's go back to the track and the action that's happening. Louis Behizen, after that hole shot, still leading as they work our way through the race. We'll get you some times in just a moment. Only 1.85 seconds separating Kasadit Terapratip from Louis Behizen in the Pro-Am Runabout 1100. And speaking of Louis Behizen, that is your defending World Series champion from 2023. And just taking a look down at the times, Louis Behizen on lap number 2 had a 1:31.745 as we work our way through these laps. That is wicked quick for him. But when I take a look on lap 3, it is showing a 2.63 difference between the two riders. Fantastic job between the two. Very fun to watch. Louis Behizen going head-to-head with Kasadit Terapratip, the local phenom out of Thailand. Louis, of course, just announced that he is engaged. So there's some pretty cool news. And as if that isn't enough, Louis Behizen had a birthday yesterday. So talk about good vibes for the gentleman out of the Philippines. A birthday, a new fiance, and right now one heck of an opportunity as he got the whole shot and is leading in Pro-Am Runabout 1100. Book Surmswan saying AKA the Rocket Bunny. I'm going to need the background on that nickname, Book. You're going to have to tell me more. By the way, Sophie Francis again joining me today, and she had just shared she's going to be doing the entire tour with us. So I'm sure you're going to get some great highlights between her and Jimmy Wilson. You've got a big year ahead of you and a lot of local racing as well. great to have you here, Sophie Francis, and thank you so much for joining us today. Yeah, you bet, girl. All right, we're on lap number 4 with Louis Behizan, 1:35.147 on lap 4. Kasidit Terapratip is only 0.721 seconds behind the pace. Louis Behizan dropped back into second. Oh, no. Terapratip got around him. He'd been hunting him. He was only 0.7 seconds behind him. Kasidit Terapratip, your new race leader. Boat number 142, Kasidit, you little stinker. He is so fast. He's 22 years old, out of Thailand, lives in Bangkok. That boat, by the way, built by Georgi Kasha. He's sponsored by FRT Concrete Thailand. And I always love listening to his music because says his favorite music is Money Tree. You're watching Kasidit Terapratip. That unfolded the lap right before. Kasidit in the lead. Louis Behizan running in second. And Omut Salih, the Cambodian hero, if you will, took the win in the Asian Games and a bronze medal in the Asian Games in 2018, is also out in the field. He's running up in third. So the birthday boy moved back to second. And Kasidit Terapratip, your new leader. His first win ever was back in 2017. And while that doesn't seem too terribly long ago, he's got quite the impressive resume with multiple world championships. Kasidit Terapratip on boat number 142. He said his idol, by the way, is John Bruno Pastorello. I don't know if you guys know that. John Bruno actually got in an accident, was unable to come out to the race this weekend, which is crazy because he's a 3-time World Series champion just here in the endurance racing. But man, what a... I would have just said, frankly, it had goosebumps today watching his son, Hugo Pastorello, take the win in endurance in this first moto. That was pretty amazing. Again, you're watching your top 3. That was Omut Salih that you just saw on the camera. And as we switch it back to your first place competitor, Kasidit Terapratip, hitting that front stretch. And scooting through to the right-hand side of the track. And Omut Salih just now on the front stretch. Book, we've still got a few more to go, I believe. I'm not looking at the tower right now, but we're on lap number 6, and we've got 8:41 on the clock. Samji saying Thailand 142, let's go. And I'm sorry about that. You guys couldn't hear Sophie Francis. I'm already getting some feedback on the stream. Watching the final couple of laps for Pro-Am Runabout 1100 Open. And it is all about Thailand at the moment with Kasidit Terapratip. Pro Runabout 1100 is 14 minutes plus 1 lap. And about a 4-second, almost 5-second gap between first and second. So we got a few more to go here. Kasidit Terapratip. Riding for SEXR Turbo Yamaha, sponsored by FRT Concrete Thailand. And a boat, again, built by Kasha. Georgi Kasha. Man, he's had his handiwork underneath an awful lot of the boats around here. You can almost count on that with some of our top riders. To have some really good mechanics underneath the hood. So many celebrities down on the beach. I've already been talking about, of course, Jimmy Wilson and Sophie Francis here this weekend. Jonathan Fan as well. And we got a big tribe from Kawasaki here. Some of the, I don't want to name names, but some of the big guns, I'm just saying. Most of them I would be too intimidated to even talk to. I know that sounds like, what, Don? Do you have a hard time talking to people? Okay, maybe not. Runabout Racing at its finest here at the first stop of 3 incredible rounds. These guys are going to be really putting on a lot of frequent flyer miles. We start here in July, and then they get a teeny tiny break. And then they're going to be going right on over to the U.S., to Lake Havasu City, Arizona in October, and then an even briefer break. And they are going to be making their way over to Pattaya, Thailand, as the white flag comes out for Tara Prateep and Bohezen. Kasadit, who took over 2 laps ago, has just been cruising after that bruising on Louis Bohezen. Average gap is a 2.61 seconds between first and second place, and a lot of shout-outs for both Thailand and Cambodia. And a special thanks to Thai Smooth as Silk, one of our big sponsors for 2024 season. Man, it's great to be back out on the road after that thing that shall not be mentioned in 2020. So good to be back out here hanging out, and it is awesome to see not only the grassroots racing from IJSBA take off in multiple states, as Sophie had alluded to, but we've got multiple tours happening in the U.S. Qatar has really grown tremendously in racing. The UAE has really stacked up a big team of top athletes. Kuwait always bringing a ton of very talented individuals. Some of the newer newcomers to the field. And, of course, Thailand has been around for years with great racing. But I think what's notable about Thailand is how many great stand-up riders have entered the field, because our recollection of Thailand was 2 decades ago. They were really big in runabout racing, but now they are cross-training in a big way. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Kasadit Tara Prateep as he takes the win in Moto number 1. You've been watching Pro-Am Runabout 1100 Open.